Hello everyone. Today I have just tried something in my free time. So what I am trying that I tried to fetch all the data from Election Commissioner website, and the data that is constituency wise, and plot them in a bar graph according to all the constituencies, 292 constituencies we have, where all the election has been conducted. So first let us see the Election Commissioner website. This is the website. Here we can see data constituency wise and candidate wise. These are the data. Here you can find all the constituencies, 292 constituencies, and the candidates, their total votes, percentage of votes, etc. So first, what I have planned, so how could I fetch the data and all the constituencies and iterate those data in a Python file. So I tried to analyze the URL from the website, and here I found they have used some constituency numbers in this particular location. Suppose right now, suppose I'm choosing West Bengal, and then I'm choosing Alipurduar, and so here the constituency number is 12. Now if I change and go to Arambagh, I can find that the constituency number is 200. So by this way, they have used total 292 different web pages to showcase all the data in a tabular way. So what I have planned, I needed to do something where I can use the URL and change the constituency number over here, so that I can access all the different pages. So first let us see the program. Here what the drivers I have used, the packages, I have used WebDriver from Selenium. I have used Matplotlib to plot my data, and obviously NumPy to use the array. The very first thing I have done is I have used the driver object to store the WebDriver, which I have already downloaded from the respective WebDriver portal. I am currently using Google Chrome, so I have downloaded the Google Chrome driver and store it in my download folder. So I have just written over here my full path of the Chrome driver executable file, and it has been stored in the driver object. And then I have just simply using a loop where I have iterated it from 1 to 292. I have used 293 over here so that it will iterate up to 292. This is what this is doing. This is actually iterating from the first constituency to the last constituency, that is 292. And I have manipulated the URL just like this. I have used the URL, and then I have just incorporated this particular constituency number over here and over here, where they have put the numbers just like that. So in this way I can constructing the URL by dynamically changing these numbers. So first of all I have generated the URL, then I have declared two blank lists, one for the candidates and one for the number of votes. Then I have let me just delete this line because I have already used it over here. So then I have just call the URL using my driver so that it will open in a Chrome browser, and then the rest is very simple. I just used another loop where I have iterated it from 4 to 11. Why I have done that? Let us see. In each of the pages there is a table, and the table has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns, and our data, the data we need, is actually residing in the row number starting from row number 4 up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 to 8. So that is why I have used 4 to 11. We can also use 4 to 9 over here. That will also do this. So first I'm extracting the element from the page by using XPath. So I'm just find the element by XPath. How can we do that? Let me show you. Suppose I'm on the Alipurduar page and I want to extract this particular data, Dev-Prasad Roy. So I'll just go to inspect, and when I inspect the elements, here I can see the web page code, HTML code of the particular data. So I will just, what I will do, I will just right click on it. I will go to copy and copy the XPath. By this way I can copy the XPath and I will just need to paste the XPath over here. The same way I have copied the other data, that is total number of votes. So I'm just getting two data over here, the candidate name and total number of votes. The second data is the total number of votes, that I have also used the same way. I have copied the XPath and I have used here in the second part and stored it in the v variable. So both the data, one is stored in C and the other I have stored in V. But here a small change, as I know that these number of rows are dynamic. So first I need to extract the data from row number 4 and column number 2, then row number 5, column number 2. So the row number are dynamic but the column number are fixed. So what I have done, I have fixed the column number, that is TD2, but I have changed the row number in dynamic way from 4 to 9, that is up to 4 to 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, in these row numbers are variable in different constituencies. In some constituencies there are 5 parties who have participated in the election, who have given their candidates. In some pages they have given 6 candidates. So I have that is why I have used 13 or 12 here, so that we can cover all the constituencies in different pages. So now by this way I have collected both the data, and then I have used this particular list votes and I have appended all the data, that is votes, in the votes list and the candidate names in the candidate list. So in the candidate list all the data will be appended one after another, and the different array list, that is vote, the number of votes will be appended over here. Then one small thing I have done, here I actually faced some problem because the data I am getting is from in text format, but the votes should be in numeric format. So I have just converted all the elements in the vote list into integer accordingly. I mean, from starting to the length up to the last element, I have just converted in integer form. Then I have put the x-axis where I put the candidates, and I used y-axis where I put the votes, and I upload the bar and show the bar. So let us just run the program and see how it's going. It will, when I run the program, you can see it will open all the constituencies one after another automatically, and it will also plot the data in a bar graph. So let us run this. I have clicked the run button. Let us wait. It will take some time. First it will open the first constituency, that is constituency number 1. Yeah, so the constituency 1 is opening. Let us see. Yeah, this is the number 1, that is Mekhliganj, and the plotting is about to be done. Yeah, the plotting is also done. This is the plot, the number of the candidates who have got how many number of votes, it has been plotted over here. So once we close this and this, then it will automatically open the second constituency.